is the Plants Always Win pre-show. Name that game show.
Do you want it to be a game show? We can play some games. Maybe we should play more games.
Well, you do have your
Oh
box
my
of
goodness.
questions.
I do have a box of questions. What's in the box? Ugh.
We keep forgetting
Let's
to do it at the end.
break the ice. But I don't know why that was funny. Okay. All right. This is the Plants Always Win pre-show. Sean and I, Aaron and I are getting the giggles out, talking about what we're going to talk about. Before we do that, I have not looked at. You said there's book notes. I have been looking at different hydrangeas. I just want to make sure that I am looking at the right hydrangeas. So let's open.
Right. And you know what? I'm not even sure. Maybe we have to ask her what the 6 kinds are, because I did try to find it in the book copy and I couldn't. So
Okay.
maybe that's one of our questions.
All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So the big ones are that I would know already: Macrophylla, which are the borderline hardy, the ones that change color; the PG hydrangeas, which is like your little woody shrubs and trees; and your climbing, which is one that we don't see very often. So that's 3. The arborescens, which is like the ground cover one, but I'm not seeing that in this list. Where are you? There's a whole bunch of different native shrub, like a dogwood type of hydrangea, which is fascinating. Unless they're calling the arborescens smooth hydrangea. What are you? Oh, it is. Yes, smooth hydrangeas are arborescens. Excuse me. Which is interesting. That's a misnomer which I want to address.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I guess the other most common one here is the oak leaf. Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe let me pull up the book. Hydrangea Happiness. Sure. This, by the way, folks, is for our guest today. We are interviewing CL Fornari about her upcoming book, Hydrangea Happiness. And I just want to see.
Oh,
it's the 6th most popular species of hydrangeas. So maybe you're looking at too broad of categories. Maybe we need to drill down into, 2 PG hydrangeas and 2 macrophyllum hydrangeas or whatever.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I mean, maybe. Hey, I just realized I don't have. This is again new laptop setting stuff. I don't have like a Microsoft, so I don't have like a Word document.
You can go on Drive though.
Pardon me?
You can go on Drive.
Oh no, I know. I just don't want to use the Drive. I'm just like I wanted some sort of thing here. I would just. There's probably some sort of
notes.
Yeah. No. Where are you? Come on. Notepad, I guess. No, that's not what I want. Is it?
Do you just want a screen to make notes on? Because that'll do it.
Oh my god, no, not right now. I don't want so many updates. Not right now. Do it later.
Our lateness today, friends, is figuring out the technical hiccups with a new old laptop, a refurbished laptop.
Yeah.
That my wife sorted out for Sean, but it's never fully smooth sailing.
It's not, especially when I'm looking at like a generic notepad now. I'm like, I don't know what these buttons are because they don't look like the buttons I know. I don't want to mess around with things and learn things right now. Ugh. Okay. So we writing down the hydrangeas. Okay, so we have Grandifolia, aka PG hydrangeas. Then we have, oh, this is, wow, this is a weird typing.
I finally found some look inside images for the book. They're on the publisher's website.
Oh, neat.
Which, if anyone is looking for this, it's Brandeis University Press, Brandeis. So you can get a peek inside CL's book. And this looks like it's probably from the first section, going over some general things to know about hydrangeas in general. Oh, I see this one is talking about hydrangea arborescens. These smooth hydrangeas.
Oh, this is also interesting.
Since Sean was having trouble logging on today and I didn't know what was up, I was asking myself, oh, what will I do if he doesn't show in the next few minutes? If I just have to hit play on the pre-show by myself, what'll I talk about? So I grabbed my box of seeds and I was thinking, okay, maybe we can go over what should Erin be getting ready to plant, except that she's not ready to do anything. I've got all these beauties sitting beside me. These are the things I most wanted to get my hands on. And because I live in the middle of nowhere, there's not a ton of variety of fruits and vegetables where I live. You have to order them in. And I was bound and determined to have them for this year. So I actually ordered these right at the end of growing season last year instead of waiting for the midwinter I crave seeds urge to hit. This is tomatillo to make salsa verde, and these are ground cherries, which are absolutely delicious. They're like a little bit of citrus, a little bit of custard, a little bit of the chipmunks are going to steal them all again if I don't figure out how to keep them out.
Okay, there we go. I wrote those down. I'm fine. We're good. Because obviously this is something that we need to ask about, because I was just like, yeah, these are the 4 most basic common ones that I know about, and then there's a lot of subspecies. But as I just started looking through, like, I just went down a rabbit hole. I need to stop myself. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like these questions. Let's try and Sorry.
You don't like your questions or my questions?
I don't like the questions on here, on this card.
Oh, on the card. That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay. What would be the greatest world record to hold? Interesting. I mean, depends on greatest. Let's change that to, what's a world record that you wanna win one day?
Most gardens.
What does that even mean? Define why is my lighting keep doing that to me? I'm a shadow when I go back here. It just like disappear. Oh my gosh. Look at this slow-mo.
Yeah. I do like to think that everywhere I've lived, I have left gardens behind. From,
nice.
You know, the place I moved out of when I was 13 to the place I moved out of when I was 20 to the little basement apartment that Sophie and I first lived in together. We had access to a backyard and we made a garden there. The next 2 places I couldn't, well, I had a deck garden on one of them. The other one, we didn't have any outdoor space to ourselves, but I founded Garden at Kimborn Community Permaculture Project, and that's still going. So, you know, a legacy of gardens.
Though. A sea of gardens. But I don't know if that's a world record.
Of course it isn't.
Like, yeah.
But we're talking theoreticals here. What would you like to have? I would like to make the most gardens.
Make the most gardens. Okay. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
not going to
that's
happen. Like, there are people who spend every day of their lives working with clients to make gardens. Like, I'm not going to beat them. But it's a nice thought.
I like that we're you're also still it's this might have nothing to do with plants and gardening whatsoever. This specific question of what world record you might want to have.
I know, but world records tie in with the idea of legacy, and I have always thought of that topic when I
Yeah,
think about legacy.
your own or just the concept in general. Do you
Um,
want a legacy? And what would you like to leave behind?
Gardens. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. This is
but
something I've thought about.
do you want recognition for that, or do you just want to at least have done it and feel good about it yourself?
I don't think I need recognition for it. If I die young, they can give me a plaque at Garden at Kimborn.
Oh, I mean, I suppose the focus of this specific question is recognition on a planetary level, world
Oh,
record.
that's
But
interesting.
in this sense, if you would like a world recognition, what would you like to be recognized as globally?
That's interesting because my first thought with holding a world record is the point that you did it, you broke it, but you're thinking the point is that you're known for breaking it. It's a
Well,
record, it's recorded.
I think that's well, I think that's a part of it for sure. I'm trying to change the premise of the question, I suppose, to suit what your answer is. And then I'm exploring a little bit further of just like, does that matter to you? I'm curious. You want to have a legacy of leaving as many gardens behind as possible. It's a wonderful legacy. Um, yeah, no, I like that. I would feel along the same lines of the legacy that I would like to leave is leaving the place, the planet, better than how I see it. I mean, that's a generic, that's sappy, but like, I genuinely don't know if I currently have made an impact. I'm, I would say I'm making waves, whether or not they're actually impacting the shore, metaphorically speaking. I don't know.
You are a
Yeah.
meteor streaking through the atmosphere.
Oh, great. I'll burn up and then I'll crash and I'll only be recognized in my wake. That's awful. Unless they happen to see my shimmering glow as I burn up in the atmosphere.
Hey, some of those impact craters, we still talk about them millions of years later.
This is true. It's usually the damage that was resulted, but yeah, the tectonic shifting. How many bones have we
The
found in this
extinction
hole?
events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I suppose to go back to the initial question, what would be the greatest? The greatest. That's weird. Um, I I would like to grow a really cool plant and break some sort of record, like the guy last year who grew the tallest sunflower. I'm like, I don't think
Right.
that will ever happen to me specifically in my lifetime, especially where we live. That would take a lot of extra care, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Um, I think that you would have to manipulate things a little bit. If I were to try to do this, like you'd have to manipulate and really keep track of nutrients and whatnot. Like he bred tall sunflowers and he just kept doing that for years. And he subsequent generations just kept getting bigger and taller. And like that's fantastic. But I feel like if I were to jumpstart and try and get in on that, I would have to manipulate the plant in a way that like encourage it to keep growing before producing a flower. Because typically when they start to flower, they kind of like they stop. They're at their peak. Is sunflowers in particular. So hormone regulation or nutrient regulation to be like more nitrogen, less phosphorus, and then there's other stuff that you can do. But I feel like once you get into that, you might inadvertently stunt it if you're doing like growth hormone regulators and whatnot. Similar to commercial flowers when they go from the big greenhouse to a warehouse to a box store to whatever. Those are highly medicated. Those are very drugged plants. Um, but yeah, I don't
I could
know.
see you doing this though. Like
Yeah.
you've got that inquisitive experimental bent to say, if I do this, what happens? If I do
Yeah,
this, what happens? If I do this, what happens?
that's true. I I might, I have that avocado that's outside. I don't know if it's going to survive. But like if I inadvertently created a frost hardy avocado, like that would be cool. Just slowly
It would be.
exposing it. Oh god,
And it definitely got well insulated this year.
with all the snow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly though, I don't think it's gonna. Um,
Yeah.
I
It'd be
so I took
quite
the
miraculous.
compost bin on. Yeah, I took the compost bin off of it and let it expose to the a little bit late summer fall weather. And then I realized, no, I'm going to leave it where it is. I'm going to cover it and protect it. So I put the compost bin back on top and I added maybe one bag of like grass clippings. And I meant to do more, but I never got around to it because I don't do as much for fall cleanup as I
Yeah.
could, I suppose. I mean, no, I try and. Anyways, so I don't know if I did enough. We'll see.
Fair.
So that's the record. I wanna do some cool first time plant thing. I don't know what. Uh, yeah, I don't know. You know what? Okay. You know what I think is the most likely for me? That's something that I wouldn't notice for like 10 years is growing a new variety of some fruit like an apple because I do that. I grow a lot of plants from seed just for fun. It's going to take a
Yeah.
very long time for them to produce a fruit. But what if, what if I inadvertently grew something spectacular somehow,
Yeah.
the one in a million chance. And I think honestly, I will speed up that process, by the way, because I was really thinking about this. You called me on it, and you're totally right about my experimental methodology with
You make it
gardening.
sound like a bad thing. Called
No,
him
no,
out on experimenting again.
I have fun with it. But like if my seedlings get to a certain size, like they'll be in their third season this year, some of them, I can take those main stems and graft it onto my existing plum and cherry and crabapple, just to see if that will push that one particular branch a little bit faster, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I might be able to speed it up by a year or two. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Now I'm just thinking about all the things I want. Also, there's a person I want to talk to. I'm not super fond of how they took to social media, but this was a couple of years ago, and I haven't seen them in a long time. And I'm like, oh, did they just fall off the face of the earth? Like, where are they? What are they doing? I don't know. I'm not using names specifically because I'll talk to you about this privately, but I don't mind sharing the general concept with our patrons who are watching this now or in the future. This person, as a side hobby, I suppose, as a passion project, bred a particular perennial flower and keeps doing that. And I want it and has like registered new varieties. And I'm like, I want to know that process. I want to like, how are you doing it? How are you keeping track of it? How long does it take? But also, how do you register? And who do you register to?
Mm.
Like, what do you to register a new plant variety to be like Sean Patchett's hybrid crabapple strawberries? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, because they're in the same family. Like you can, but can you? I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be
Hmm.
really neat to talk to an individual doing that. We did get an offer, and I would like to follow up on it, to have somebody on who, has been around to different plant trials. And that's, at a corporate scale. Um,
Hmm,
but I'd love to get the home
interesting.
growers perspective.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing, by the way. Before we get into spring, I was wondering if you're okay with um, us reaching out to a few of these, big corporations to be like, hey, you got some events coming up this year? Keep us in mind. You want to send us an invite? We'll come. We'll talk about it. Maybe.
I can't promise constant availability,
No,
but
exactly. And me
yeah.
neither, right? It's one of those things. And
Yeah.
also, affordability in traveling is a little tricky.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm fairly confident my passport expired by now. I actually don't know.
Oh, now if we are talking crossing the border, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, it's not that border. The oceans, sure. Well, maybe we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm not particularly. It. I say that. Let's be real. If I'm being totally honest with myself, it would have to be a sweet offer. But if there was a sweet offer, I would consider. I would weigh things a lot. I would have to have discussions with you, with Eva. With I don't know. Yeah, basically that's it. my wife and my co-host. Let's talk about it. Um, yeah, it's.
I'm sure she'll be so glad that she and I are on equal footing in this decision making.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Like, but at the same time, her and I have been talking about things like, um, because we're common law technically, but we've been together for so long that I call her my wife, and it's fine. And
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but she's always wanted to get married at Disneyland, and I don't know if
Mm.
that's actually something that she still cares about. That was something that we had talked about years ago, right? And it was just never on the table. There's so many other priorities in life. But maybe, but then
Yeah.
that would mean again traveling to a very scary place. Uh,
Hmm.
the friendliest place on earth, huh? Yeah, sure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's that.
That is that.
I don't know what else to
Borders
say about that.
aside, I need to get on top of my schedule so badly. I and I don't even know how I'm going to do that, because uh, I have, as I think you know, a significant contract coming up, which is going to consume me
Mm-hmm.
for many months. And even before that, I've been working through every weekend of the new year.
I mean, that's good. It's good working
Yeah, it's just not good
for
for me.
now. Yeah. Yeah. We're in a similar place over here where I'm like, where how my life used to be was a lot different. Where like personal projects would be in the evening, like 7, 8 p.m. I've got a couple hours, and that's when my creativity was a little bit different. Like I wouldn't say it's peaked, but like I'm an evening person, but in the last couple of years, through whether intentionally or not, man, after my kiddos' bedtime, I'm like, I'm done. I
Well, and you've
no,
been up before dawn with puppies and clients for years.
yeah, still
It's
am.
not puppies
No,
plural, but you know.
I mean, maybe one. I'm not opposed to it, but we have to have a better situation for a second dog. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know the way things are going around me. We may or may not get a fence. So, ugh,
Right.
yeah, it's the
Well,
whole
that'll
thing.
be another thing to talk about on the show, is the process of Putting up a fence.
Honestly, yeah. So I mean, we can talk about it now. It's so the issue is Eva in her mind has a very clear image of what a fence is. And I was like, no, 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 there are options. We can make this beautiful and aesthetic. This can be really cool. And she doesn't want a chain link fence. I'm like, I don't want a chain link fence. Do I look like a chain link fence kind of guy? And the thing is, it can't go around the perimeter of our property because of the way that the property's laid out. Like it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't look good. It wouldn't feel good. Everything about it would be like we're caging ourselves in and hiding from the outer world, which is weird. Everyone around
You
us is
can't
open.
put a fence in a creek.
That too. Although I could put a fence on the other side of the creek, I don't want to do that. That's awful.
Yeah.
Which means that
It's
I
not
would
good
have
for
to
wildlife.
fence in. Yeah. Which means I would have to fence in a certain area, which means that I'm cutting off. It's a wall between, you know what I mean? Like it cuts off the
Yeah.
flow. It's not open anymore, but it would be designating areas for certain things.
You can make garden rooms.
Yes. Yes. So
That's
that
exciting.
was so this is the thought is I kept explaining all the different ways that we could do this. I could do this to be really cool, natural looking, aesthetic, artisanal. Like I've got logs, I've got branches. We can make this look really cool. And she just doesn't see it, no matter how I draw it out or anything like that. She doesn't see the end result. I said, okay, you know what? Fine. I'm taking this section and we're designating it as garden, and I've been building it and cleaning it up for a long time. I will protect that vegetable area with something. I'll put up some fences to try and deter deer as much as possible without it being aesthetically garbage. That's my challenge. So gardens first, and if she likes the idea, she likes the vibe, maybe she'll let me fence in a chunk of the backyard. uh, I don't
Yeah.
I don't know.
You might be able to find some good examples on gardening shows to show her
Yeah.
about how people achieve garden rooms and how you can have, peeking through from one to the other and it creates flow and interest, but it still has division. And
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's honestly, that's something that we're considering. And so, like, even the little greenhouse that I had started, it's pretty solid and it's keeping up
yeah,
in the snow. Like, I haven't put a tarp around it, unfortunately. So what I could do is actually put some very basic vapor barrier around it now and hope that it artificially has an earlier spring. And if I see that, I'll jump in like March instead of in May. Um,
yeah.
it wouldn't have a door, it would, which is weird to think about. Um, so yeah, that's part of my personal thing. Maybe I'll get you to help me with that if you don't mind. I don't know
Yeah.
how, but um, yeah, that's all my we've got goals. And then I want to put a fence around the chicken area because of the neighbor on the other side. Like, I've already put in a brush wall, and it looks really
Hmm.
cool. I love it. I could also understand somebody thinking that's aesthetically unpleasing. I don't care. I love it. It's a natural wall between the trees with brush, and the squirrels and the birds love it. Um, but if I were to build a more formal fence, I think, unfortunately, with all of these projects, the first step is I have to dig a new ditch, which
Right.
means I have to talk to them, which I don't want to do.
Sorry about your
Uh,
luck.
it's fine. It's I'm gonna do it in a way that, like, I'm gonna rent a mini X, like a real tiny one, so that I can get in there, and I'll multitask. Hopefully, I'll have another client or so that needs a little excavation going on. Maybe you need a little, like, do you
Mm.
think you can do something for, yeah, like, what could you use an excavator, a
You know what
mini
I've
excavator, something
always
small enough for my
wanted You know what I've always wanted to try because I have such thick
What?
clay is do a natural pond, just a little one. See if I can seal it just with the clay.
Interesting. So you have to have an inlet and an outlet too. Are you have you thought about where the water comes in from and where it goes out to?
In my original design, it was just runoff from the lawn into the little basin and then out into the
Okay.
garden, which is not like it's not going to keep it aerated. Um, so it might need to be more a case of create a pond. It has a place to overflow into, and it's got a little fountain in it to keep it aerated.
Where's your you have a downspout and gutters, right?
I do. Now, the landlord directed them straight into the ground. So it's
Yep.
all running away into O pipe. And I didn't have
Oh,
the nerve
where
to say, hey, actually, could I cut those up? However, I'd love to have this conversation, but we have our guest here in 5 minutes. And if we
oh,
want a break, we got
oh
to do it.
yeah. Okay, Aaron and I are going to talk about landscaping and making plans with collecting water properly and making a tiny pond. I love that idea. I in my mind, I'm thinking of catching that downspout because that's going to be your
Yeah,
massive runoff. But you also, yeah,
I
we'll
know.
talk about that
I
later.
know.
Thank you so much for watching, patrons. Stay tuned, by the way, for some lots of changes this year. We got some plans on the old agenda, and hopefully we're going to give you guys a little bit more than just a pre-show. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, I know. I'm keeping it vague. I'm keeping it vague. Empty promises, big words.
See you later.
Bye.